What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to Life as an Evertonian. Blues, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please feel free to do so. Click that bell to turn on post notifications to be notified every time we upload a video. This is our pre-match review as we embark on an away trip to Wolverhampton Wanderers. A chance for Everton to put to bed the disappointing first away performance against Leeds United at Ellen Road, and hopefully find the type and level of performance that we were playing towards the back end of last season. You know, when I think about how well we played against Newcastle in that last game, going to St James's Park, you know, Newcastle United buoyant in regards to trying to qualify for the Champions League. They needed a win. Obviously, they didn't need a win in the end because the results went for them, but they would have been thinking we need to win today. And Everton, we battered them. We seriously controlled that game, created the best chances, and we made Newcastle very, very nervous in such a hostile stadium. Um, and that is the level of performance I'm hoping that we're going to see tomorrow against a Wolves team that, listen, is a good side. Do you know what I mean? They are a good team. They finished the season strong last year upon when the new manager took over Wolves. They were struggling and he managed to find a good rich vein of form to pull them away from that relegation, those relegation places. So even though they've lost the first two games, it's going to be a difficult task. But one, I think Everton can go there and get a result. We'd love nothing but 3 points. Back-to-back wins in the league, winning away from home. That's what Everton will be going for. I think there'll be three changes made from the game against Brighton. And that is just purely down to, personally, I think Mikalenko will come in at left back. Okay. And I think Jimmy Gardner will slot into centre mid. And I think Timur Aburum will make way for him. In regards to Beto or Barry, I've just got this feeling he's going to go for Beto. Obviously Barry started against Brighton. Barry Scott started in midweek. Beto came on and bagged. I think he's going to give Beto another chance of trying to prove himself. And we saw Beto playing really well back end of last season in those away performances, albeit obviously very, very poor against Leeds. But I'm going to be honest, right across the board, Everton were really poor and he was feeding off scraps. Let's be honest, he were. So I think we'll start with Pickford in goal. I think we'll go for Jake O'Brien at right back. I don't think, Coleman, he did enough obviously in midweek to show that he could start Premier League games, but I think he'll be on the bench. Very good performance from Seamus as well. He shocked me. He really, really did. Energy levels looked high. He looked like he was playing with intensity and looking to get forward. But I think we will go for Jake O'Brien. It'll be Tarkowski, Michael Keane, Mikalenko at left back. Then in midfield, I think it will be Idrissa Gana Gueye, Jimmy Garner, and I think Kieran Dewsbury Hall playing a little bit further forward. Then we're going to see Jack Grealish on that left-hand side. And obviously, even though we've signed our right winger in Tyler Diblin, I think Lilliman and Jai is going to adopt that right wing position again. And therefore, I think Beto will start this week. That's just obviously my opinion, Blues. So yeah, really looking forward to this game. I'm not going personally. I've applied for away games this season with my premium membership for Everton. I've not been successful on this occasion, but I'm hoping to get on many away games like this season. Absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant traveling, going away. It really, really is. Newcastle was like, it was a superb day out. They are really good days out, and especially when you win. So, Blues, let me know your thoughts. How do you see the team setting up? Do you agree what I'm saying? Do you disagree? We've all got our opinions. We've seen Everton today linked with a potential bid for Souček. On the comments, I've just done a video today. There's a lot of Evertonians not wanting to get this transfer done. On about his age, and I thought we'd moved on from players of this ilk. No to Jamie Vardy. Listen, it takes all types of different players to build and mould a team and a squad. Experience is key in a team. You sign the likes of Tyler Diblin, young. You've got Harrison Armstrong, albeit he might be going out on loan. You've got Barry at 22. You've got Alcaraz at 22. And listen, sometimes that experience, I know he's 30 years of age, but if you look at his stats last season, he's come up with 10 contributions. 9 of them have been goals. And sometimes it's difficult to find that needle in an haystack kind of pass. And sometimes you need an awkward goal. You need something that's coming from a set piece or a corner. And Souček offers that. He really does. He offers that. 9 goals. He's got it in him to grab a goal. And I can understand why David Moyes wants to bring in this ilk and this type of player. A lot like Marian Flannery, how he played for Everton. And again, it's a squad game. Many Evertonians have said, how many number 10s do you want? But there's going to be areas and there's going to be games where Kieran Dewsbury-Hall plays a little bit deeper. There's going to be injuries that get sustained. We've got the AFCON Cup to think about. Alcaraz, yes, can play as a 10. He can play deeper. And that is what you want. You want a squad rotation that can be infectious in all those different areas and give you different dimensions and elements of getting results. So I'm up for the signing of Souček. He won a European Cup for West Ham. He was an integral part of that team. You can see, and this is no disrespect to West Ham, but the demise of them recently is massive to where, David Moyes took over that West Ham team and, got them to where they were. And listen, Everton want a taste of that and we want the same. And I'm hoping Moyes can do that. He wants to bring in players who he trusts and he knows that he can get a result, And like I said, there's different games. There's different formats of games. You're dealing with sometimes different types of defenders. It could be a set piece, it can be a corner. Souček's on the end of it. You win 1-0. You come away from Crystal Palace with a 1-0 win and Souček scored on the 87th minute. You're buzzing. That's just my thoughts, Blues. We've all got our opinions. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please feel free to do so. Click that bell to turn on post notifications. Up the toffees. And I'll see you in the next one.